Hello everybody, welcome back to my house build. So we're now on take 4. I was on take 3, but I had a very nasty physics glitch happen and it caused half of my house to just suddenly no longer be nailed together. So that was a bit disappointing. I was able to I'd got a previous save game which I could have carried on from, but I was watching one of our other master builders doing a stream, and he had a slightly different building technique to me, because I was using 2x2 beams and he's using 2x4, which are apparently the correct thing to use when building a house. It just means things stand up a lot easier, and you can get things squarer majority of the time. I noticed that one beam up there's out. This motherfucker, he's out, but that's easily fixable. Just undo the nail and put it back in again, and it should be okay. He should level himself out. But yeah, so rather than building, for example, an entire wall panel there and then another wall panel there and nailing them two together and trying to put a side on here and a side on there, if any one of those sides was twisted or out slightly, it meant the whole thing was out slightly, and as it got further and further into the build, it will get further and further out. So I decided to change my tactics and try doing it this so-called correct way, and so far it seems to be working a lot better. I've had almost zero physics glitches. It's like when you go to bring the wood in, because I'm using a jig. I'm using this jig, to be precise, to try and make sure my beam's going stood upright. And what happens is, you put the jig on there. I'll move back a little bit. Oh, there we go. Right, so you put the jig on there, put a nail in it to hold it in place, then you get your beam, you slide it in there and it stands upright, and then you nail the beam into place and remove the jig, and it leaves your beam. But because it's a tight gap sliding it in there, these beams kind of go a little bit, so it freaks out sometimes and it doesn't quite sit straight. So once you take the jig off, you just have to pop the nail out so it sits properly and then put a new nail back in, and it should all be lovely. But yeah, so far I've got the bottom edge frame done for the entire house, and I've got all the uprights done. So how it works is, this will be the front door and the hallway. There'll be a door here and a door here to get into that room and that room. There'll be stairs there going upstairs, because that's what stairs do, they go up according to Ghostbusters. There'll be a door over here somewhere and a door over here somewhere, which will give you access to here, which will be a whole sort of kitchen area, and there'll be the back door here. Everyone likes a bit of back door stuff. Well, not everyone. So here we go. So this is take 4 rather. Bloody hell. Take 4, I think it's like part 6 of the video. Apart from one video, they've all been, it went wrong, I've had to start again. So, yay, hopefully this one works out a lot better. What I'm going to be doing next is replicating the bottom frame beam frame edge on the top, because it's going to be the same, and that will then hold everything in place. And it also then means if there's any beams that are out slightly, I can just unnail them, shuffle them back into place and nail it again. So it'll be a bit easier. Is that beam out as well? Can't tell. Oh well, right. So there we go. Oh yeah, we also had update for the game. Very, very nice. We have remote grab, which what it does is you pull the trigger and you get the, as I call it, the sphere of destiny. It's actually a circle, so geometry is incorrect anyway, but the sphere of destiny, and anything within that sphere, if you move the controller and then click, you can grab it like that. So some people think it's a lazy mode. What it actually is, it's more to do with accessibility options for people with disabilities or bad backs, things like that, or if they're in a chair like I'm currently sat in and you try and bend down and you end up being right at the edge of your guardian bounds, or the camera can't see you, things like that, if you use something like an Oculus or an Index that uses external sensors. So sometimes it's just not practical to be able to bend all the way down onto the ground. So a remote grab was introduced. And also, we have a new tool in the toolbox. Tape measure. The one good thing it doesn't do is that annoying bend in the middle. Let's have a look. There we go. 5 meters. It's well cool because you can hook it on things and slide it along. And it's all well and good. It's lovely. Right, so there we go. Stay tuned, Bat fans. Same bat time, same bat channel. How do I turn this off? Oh, press the big button. Okay.